portion from each of our food for him to eat sometimes. But unfortunately, before I get to that part, because it's making me emotional, um my dad was the type that will give you advice. He will tell you to take steps, not to allow anything hinder you. He was the type that helped me realize that if I don't value myself, nobody else would. My dad would tell you he loved you, as in, my dad was strict though. My siblings then took him as being hard. They saw that my dad loved me more, but they didn't understand the fact that I was matching his stubbornness. My dad was the type that you don't. There was a man in church, in my church, one time when married couples had an event, and he was like, he loved his wife because he knew he couldn't marry a weak wife. His wife, people were like, why did you marry this one? She's too stubborn. He said he married her because of that. Because if she was too weak, he would have been too domineering and he would have frustrated her. That was the kind of dad-daughter relationship I had with my father. I knew when to like use that kind of stubborn, not this in a disrespectful way. Sure, I was an introvert. So this talking, this laughing, being able to even say this, talk like this, was my dad. Because it was like, when you're sad, when you're happy, nobody knows, you're quiet, you'll be in the room, everybody's outside, when nobody's in the parlor, you'll be in the room. So my dad was that kind of person that was intentional, he knew when things were off and cold. That was the kind of father I grew up with. So now, I owe most of who I am to my father, because he shaped me. The things I do, composing of songs, singing, writing, I write, yes. My dad was the one I learned them from. He was the one who, he didn't kill my dreams. He didn't say, you're a girl, you get married, forget all this stage, you're not going to school. He didn't. The only thing I knew that he did not allow me was go far from him. I wasn't allowed to go to boarding school because of the story I told you about. Because he said he traveled and I stopped eating, I stopped doing anything because of that. Yeah? And that never allowed me to go far from him again. Even when we went to my uncle's house for holidays or anybody's house, you don't stay that long, you come back. That was the only issue there. But my dad, any other person might have a different opinion, and they might not have remembered a lot of things. The only thing, my dad was principled. He never liked eating late, and that was, I think those were part of the friction with my parents had. Cooking late, when to watch this and when not to watch